Hey there, guys. How's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today, I went downstairs and I got like a huge pack of new books. If you ever want any new books from me, signed copies for TPM, send me a DM and let me know. So today, something weird happened. I was recording today's video, and actually, my computer just shut off. I don't know why it's doing this weird thing, and I noticed it went back in time. Like my date and time preferences went back to like 1942 or something. And it was kind of funny because I imagined this idea of like time traveling or like teleporting, and I was trying to edit and like go forwards in time with a little button. And it was really hilarious. But then I thought about this idea of how we do this to ourselves. We actually go back in time and we start to teleport there. Our mind has this capacity to go back in time. And whatever we tell ourselves about the past, we think of it as 100% true. Isn't that bizarre? Whatever we associate has happened, we automatically, our brain associates it as truth. Even though they're just interpretations of memories. They're not even the memories, right? We're just interpreting the memories from our now moments. But it's just weird how, let's say, the example of a PTSD survivor, he fought in Vietnam, and now they're 70 years old, and they hear a loud bang, and then their mind transports them back to the time they were 20, or their friend got blown up by a missile or something, and that same loud bang reminds them of that, and they actually get a flashback. We get flashbacks all the time. All these past memories or past traumas or different things that have happened. I see how that could sabotage somebody, because oftentimes we don't accept that part of us. We resist it away completely. There's probably a child version of me somewhere that I've kept locked up in a basement, and I only bring him out in crisis moments or times where I feel sad or times that I'm worried. But I'm sort of scared to let him out in times when I want to celebrate, times when I want to, just be free. And let me know if this resonates with you at all. But I've been doing a bit of soul searching. I actually made a mind movie last night. It was pretty lit. I got all these little images from different shows or different like elements of things that I want for my life, and I made like a short movie about it, like a movie trailer. And it was exciting because I became the creator in a sense. And I do this for my clients too. So I thought, hey, I'd finally do it for myself, I got to practice what I preach, so I got to do it for myself as well. And when I did it, I felt empowering. I got goosebumps, actually. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, but it's how powerful it is because, a thought by itself is not powerful, but a thought with emotion has the power to generate something. So when you can truly feel and emote based on your thinking, you're creating all the time. But let's say you're thinking in the negative. It's the same deal, right? If we think in the negative things will happen. We know this from common knowledge or law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we do know that our mind has this magnet quality, right? And so I've been thinking about this question of why do we push away people who are so close to us? And sometimes we push them away because we want to prove to ourselves that we're worthy. Because if they can handle our nonsense, we can finally feel like we're accepting of ourselves. That, hey, maybe I'm not worthless. That I'm complaining to this person, but they're going to stay. It's like a challenge to the universe almost. It's like a self-sabotaging thing that people do. I've noticed myself doing this sometimes, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Just being in that awareness and noticing it, it seems ridiculous, but we as humans, we do this. We fall into old patterns and things like that. You know what I mean? And what I've realized is it all comes back to value. It all comes back to value because once you have values, you have a foundation. You have something to stand on. Without values, you're just like a leaf in the wind. But I want you to be the wind. Essentially, when we don't have somewhere where we can stand on and say, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I stand for. You see, the formula is quite simple. If you want a formula, it's quite simple. And I explained this in my book as well. But if you want more of a hindsight, I mean, that book essentially was my survival guide for college. I wouldn't have survived if I hadn't written that book then. But it took me 4 years of just compiling all the research and putting everything together and integrating and actually sitting down to write all those facts, because I had all those facts back in college. I was ready to publish it, but it was quite recent that I actually put it together, and it took me like 4 years to do so. However, here's the formula. What do you want in your life? What do you truly want? What do you really, really want? What do you desire? What kind of character, who do you need to be for you to receive and allow those things into your life? Now, deserving is a huge element of this as well, right? If you don't feel like you deserve it, you're not being the right kind of character. You're not being the right kind of person, right? Because you still have this imposter syndrome. You're dragging behind an old version of you, still partly making decisions for you. That's what's happening. It's creating this split. What do you want? Who do you need to be to get what you want? Who you are now. And then there's this gap. Now, it's your job every single day, to make that gap come closer to the kind of person that you want to be, to get those goals, to get those wins and results. That's your job. That's your task. That's it. Just every single day, constructing your character, getting closer to your character, getting closer to your character. All right, I'm a little bit further away still, but now I got this. Next day. And then slowly you want to merge with that higher self, that version of you that you know you are, within the deepest depths of your soul. That's my message for this video. If you have any questions on this or how you can do this, please feel free to shoot me a message. I do want to help you out. I've been through the rough times of my life, I've had panic attacks. I've had a lot of strange moments. Like, for instance, I remember when I used to get panic attacks. I used to get a panic attack, but then I used to get embarrassed by the fact that I got a panic attack. So it's two versions of my character fighting against each other, right? It's the version that got it because feeling loss, but then the version that feels bad for the fact that I'm breaking down and I'm so weak and vulnerable. Ashamed of that. And then I would have another layer where I'm the observer watching both of these characters act with each other. It's like a third person almost, right? Then it's like the third person, like the teacher who breaks up the bully from the picking on the little kid. I mean, that's what it's like, guys. Once you can deconstruct what is actually happening in your own mind, and you notice the mind's tendencies to do certain things, then you can really start to take the power back. And be like, I'm the dramaturg, the director, and the actor of my own life. I'm all three. And I can make this thing happen for me. I'm chosen because I chose to be. This is your video for the day. I hope you have an amazing day. May the flow be with you. And stay legendary. I'll see you guys next time.